Hey there everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos. This is going to be a little bit different of a haul than what I normally do. It's a haul from Dollarama and the theme of it is moving. So in case you haven't seen the video I put up the other week, 2 weeks ago maybe, I am moving in August the 25th. I'm very excited, but there's a lot of work to do in between now and then. Not even just with like regular packing, but with sort of surviving the perils of the current apartment until I can get into the new one, which I'll do a whole separate video about, like this apartment specifically. But for now, let's go over what I purchased today. There is one item missing. I will tell you all about it though, and then I'll grab the receipt and we will talk prices. Now, of course, in the end, not everything that I purchased at the dollar store ended up being specifically for the move, because I don't know about you, but I'm physically incapable of going into a dollar store and only buying the items on my list. I just can't do it. I don't know why. It's not possible. So there we have it. Weakness of mine, dollar stores, I guess. So I will talk first about the item that is missing. I bought a new broom. I have a handle right here, but they sell the handle and the actual broom top separately, and I forgot the broom top in my trunk. So the reason I got a new broom is because I have an ant infestation, which is oh so lovely. I'm dealing with it. It's not my fault. I'm not dirty. I wash the floors, I promise. They are just waltzing in because it's a it's a very poorly made house and the door to the outside is not sealed, and they got into the house somewhere else and they actually got through the walls and they pop out underneath baseboards. So yeah, they're just here and I am working on it. But so I used the broom I currently own in a fit of rage to literally sweep them out the door. I was very not in the mood to deal with them. And then I sprayed down a mixture of vinegar and water, a 50-50 mixture, because I read online that will help get rid of the scent trail that they leave behind. In case you have not deep dive Googled about ants, everywhere they walk, they leave a little scent trail. That's how they're so good at following each other in formation. If you kill one, instead of sending out a last minute scent to be like, don't come here, danger, danger, they send out a scent that draws other ants in, the stupid lunatics. So if you kill them, you're just actually inviting more in because of the scent trails, which of course we cannot smell. But the internet promised me vinegar and water in equal parts helps to get rid of that scent trail. And so far the internet does not seem to have steered me wrong with that. But I got nervous to use the broom in the rest of the apartment because I'm like, I swept them out, literally swept them outdoors with this broom. Surely they did not all make it. Surely some of them sent out while they were being, in contact with the broom, scent of some sort. And now I'm scared to use the broom anywhere else in the apartment in case I inadvertently spread scent trails and draw them out from other baseboards that they have not yet discovered. So I bought a new broom and then I left it in the car because of course I did, but at least it's closer than the store. Okay, so long explanation for that. I bought some multi-use labels. Now, the last time I moved, I used, what's that called? Frog Box, which I highly recommend if there's a Frog Box in your area. You basically rent boxes. They're reusable, heavy-duty plastic type ones. They give you labels and packing material and everything. You pack all your stuff, you move, and then once you're unpacked, they come and they pick up the boxes at the end. It's pricey, but it's an amazing service, and I would do it again, but I just can't afford it. So I have some leftovers, like labels from Frog Box from my last move, which I'm using, but they're almost all done. And I did buy from Temu labels for the boxes that are color coded, and they very brightly will say like living room, bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen, I think are the four rooms. And then there's a fragile one, and like I said, they're all color coded, so all the bedroom will be red or something like that. I can't actually remember what color for what room. And I'm excited to use them. I have been using them, but the reviews for them say that the stickers are crazy strong, and once they're on a box, they're never coming off. And some of the containers that I have purchased, I don't plan on keeping, and some of them are on loan from a friend. So I don't want to put stickers that I'm not going to be able to get off onto those boxes, because the ones I have to give back to a friend, and then the other ones that I purchased specifically for the move, I am hoping to sell after I have unpacked. And I don't think people will necessarily want my stickers on there saying what room that box is destined for. So I bought these ones to use on boxes that I'm planning on selling or giving back to a friend. This guy, he's so soft. He's technically a duster. Let's see if I can flip him over. So a Chanel duster, and it comes off so you can wash it. Hopefully it survives the washing machine. I know it's meant for dusting and probably for people who have high ceilings, which I actually do. So I wish I had found something like this earlier for dusting the high ceilings here. But I'm also thinking I might be able to use it in like a water that's got a cleaning solution in it, you know, like for mopping baseboards and maybe even the bathtub, so I don't have to like reach as far, is what I'm thinking. So I'm hoping to use it for that, but if nothing else, I'll be able to use it for dusting, so that's good. I just got a new pair of rubber gloves because mine current ones I think have a hole in them, and I'm going to be doing a lot of really gross cleaning, so I wanted gloves. Some tape. I actually wanted masking tape and they didn't have any. They only had like painters and moving tape, so I thought this one would be fine because it's kind of a plain color and I should be able to write on it. I hope I can write on it. I actually don't remember what I needed it for. I wrote it down for moving supplies, and I know that I wrote it down because I had a specific thing I wanted it for. Cannot remember for the life of me. Little sandwich bags. There's a box of 50, which is way more than what I'm going to need. I love using sandwich bags for keeping little bits and pieces together that belong together so that I don't lose them in the move. So I have some collectibles that you have to like build them before you can display them. I don't have to dismantle them for the move, so I'll put each collectibles bits into one bag and seal it up so that they don't get all mixed up together. And if I dismantle any furniture and I have any screws or anything like that, I'll put those into a little Ziploc bag and then label it so that I know what piece of furniture they go with. I just find these very useful in moves. The rice is not for the move. This one I've had before. It's a microwave one. You just put it in the microwave for 90 seconds. It's great. This one you actually have to cook it in a pot with water, like old school. I bought it by accident. I thought they were both microwavable, but it's absolutely fine. I find rice a very handy thing to have available for easy dinners, so I wanted to grab some since I was there. Lysol bathroom foam. I actually prefer scrubbing bubbles, but when at the dollar store, you have to work with what they have, and they didn't have scrubbing bubbles. They had this one, and I'm sure it is just as good. These guys, damp traps, they absorb moisture and odor. I got them for the absorbing moisture part of that. I've used them in past apartments, and they do a really good job of helping to sort of control the humidity in a place if you don't have great airflow, and this place has horrible airflow, absolutely horrible. There's a bathroom fan, but it broke in the wintertime and the landlord still has not fixed it, so there's no actual way of moving the air around unless you open the windows. However, two of the windows open up to underneath the deck that belongs to the people who live upstairs, so it gets no wind, no breeze, and no nothing. One of the windows in the kitchen does open up along, like not underneath a deck and on a different side of the house, so theoretically you might get better airflow. However, there are so many spider webs outside the window. There's like an entire, I don't know, like community of spiders living out there, and whenever the window does get opened, they just think it means like it's a welcome for them to come in. And spiders and we don't get along very well, so I don't open that window. I do open the one in the bathroom. It's in the wall with the shower to help with steam when I'm having a shower, and I leave it open for as long as I'm in the bathroom after the shower, like doing my hair and whatever, but then I close it because that bathroom window is floor level like all the rest of them. It opens very large. It does not have a screen, so not only can bugs get in, but so could a person, because it's big enough a person could climb through, which I'm not actually worried about a person. I'm more worried about like a skunk or a squirrel or this neighborhood cat who's absolutely gorgeous who keeps trying to get in the garage, and I really don't want anybody other than myself or Stryker in this apartment. So I don't feel confident leaving it open without me being in the bathroom supervising what may or may not be deciding to come in through that window. But that means that the amount of time it is open is limited, so it doesn't help a lot with airflow. It's great for during the shower, but otherwise, no. And all of this built up humidity in the apartment because of no airflow and just because it's kind of a humid time of year, has mold growing everywhere. It's on the walls, it's on the baseboards, it's in like the, what is it, like that caulking stuff along the edges of like counters and tubs and everything, and it's growing on my personal belongings, which is what has me most upset, because I am scrubbing the walls and I'm scrubbing the baseboards everywhere I find the mold. I'm cleaning it off with a bleach concoction. I promise I am not like a gross person. I clean. I cannot, however, keep up with the speed that this mold is growing because it is just having too happy of a time, and I'm only one human. And so while I have been packing, like I dug some stuff out of the closet to pack it. And of course, I'm going through everything to declutter as I pack. And as I'm decluttering, I'm finding things that have been ruined by mold, like things that are fabric or have, not paper towel, that's not the right word, like cardboard, paper type products, you know, like the backing on a frame, how it uses like that brown paper, like packing paper, things like that. Anything that's like a good absorbent type of a material has really been affected by the humidity in this place. Luckily, anything that's more of like a plastic or a tin or just not a fabric or a paper has survived a bit better. But yeah, my stuff is in danger. And so I wish I had realized that earlier. I would have put some of these in the closet well before I knew I was moving, if I knew that that was something that was happening in there, but I didn't. So now I'm facing the consequences of that, and I am trying desperately to stop more damage from happening. So I'm going to put these up, a couple in the closet, the rest kind of around the apartment, and just hope that they can at least help. They're not going to make it better, but I'm hoping they can stop it from becoming even worse than what it already is. If you have any tips or suggestions on how to battle against mold, I would very much appreciate them. And then on a completely different note, I got Cheerios. I was going grocery shopping after the dollar store. I knew I wanted to buy cereal. It was cheaper at the dollar store than it would be at the store, so I picked up some Honey Nut Cheerios. And I got a package of sponges. I really like these ones for scrubbing the sink in the kitchen as well as like the counter and stuff. So I'm actually planning on saving these ones for the new place, which is probably ridiculous, buying cleaning products for the new place already. It's just I was there and I knew I was going to want like new sponges, for example, for while I'm cleaning there, and I just thought might as well buy them now and just put them in the box that is for like items for the new place, because yes, I have a box, because yes, I've been buying things, because yes, I have a sickness. So let's go over the prices of everything. This broom handle is $1.50. Duster pivot head is what they call it, $3. Scrubbing sponges $1.25. The damp traps, each one of them is $1.25. Lysol foam cleaner $4.25. The blue gloves $2.75. Cheerios $2.75. The paper tape $2.75. So this Uncle Ben's rice is $1.75. The broom head, which is not here, it's still in my vehicle, $3. Office labels, that's what they call it, office labels, the labels, these things. I've lost my spot. $1.25. This other rice is more expensive. I didn't realize it's $2.75. The zipper seal sandwich bags $1.25. So a subtotal $33.25. GST is $1.30. PST is $1.82. So the total is $36.37. So there. Oops, sorry about that. There is the receipt. Yeah, what do you think? I mean, it's a dollar store, so I think probably the prices for things are going to be the same at any dollar store, give or take maybe a quarter, I suppose. My fault on the rice, but in my defense, they were all kind of messed up on the shelf, so I only saw the one price tag written on the shelf of $1.75, and since they were all kind of all over the place, I just thought they were all the same type of rice and therefore all the same price. But again, my fault, I should pay more attention. And yes, I know it's a tiny little haul, not really all that exciting, but I guess it's exciting for me because minus like the food, it's all things going towards like prepping and getting ready for the move, and I'm so excited for the move, like you don't even understand. And it's not even just because of getting away from like the mold and the ants, it's just the move. I'm so excited. So this is what I have purchased at the dollar store as part of my moving journey. If you have any tips, like I said, for the mold, I would love to hear them. If not, no worries. Have you ever used these? Like I said, I have used them before, so I do recommend them. They worked great for me in the past. I'm a little worried they're going to get used up really quickly because of how humid this place is, but I'm going to give them a try and see if they can help at least for a little bit. I only have 41 days until I move, so I just have to make it through the last 41 days. Deep breaths, but not too deep inside because of the mold, and we will get through this. So thank you so very much for joining me in this video. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're all having a really great day. Stay safe out there. Bye.